by the authority granted this office by the National Assembly for the Government of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered that any and all are hereby authorized to detain, incarcerate, and, in the case of violent resistance, use deadly force against proclaimed and verified owners and operators, virgotriad, within the state of the Union within the United States of America for the purpose of maintaining the peace within the established bounds and seaward boundaries of the United States of America, so ordered and signed on this 86th day in the year of Yahweh 6020, June 13th, 2018, Chief Judge for the General Postmaster Council for the Government of the United States of America, Kevin Lloyd Lakes, and signed General Post Office. Good afternoon, everyone. Virgo Triad here, and what you just heard is being promoted as a hit on my life by Miss April LaJune. If we take a look further at the affidavit here, you'll notice that a Mr. John Harold Folks woke up on the morning of June 13th, 2018, and he says he found that a YouTube channel known as Virgo Triad published a video, and in that video, the woman calling herself Virgo Triad, true identity hidden by the YouTube channel, called John Harold Folks in between the 1 minute and 5 second mark to the 1 minute and 9 second mark a quote-unquote sovereign citizen. He also states that calling someone a sovereign citizen is also calling someone a quote-unquote domestic terrorist, which in the target is listed on the domestic terror list and marked for murder by any one of the local police officers acting in the form of a political assassin for the Communist Party, also known as Southern Poverty Law Center and the Lawyers Guild. Interesting, isn't it? The irony. Interesting that they cry and scream freedom of speech, but by the very act of me reading an article written by a group of individuals that don't believe in people who try to make up their own laws, in people who falsify themselves as government officials. When it comes to that, oh, no, 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 no. You don't get freedom of speech. What you get is a murder for hire death threat put out on your life. And then those that promote it are people who just so decide that they're going to, agree with these crazy motherfuckers because they don't like the fact that you have exposed them for the con artists that they all are. You guys might have noticed that things are a little different with me lately, that I'm speaking out a little bit more, that I seem a little more angry when it comes to certain things, or there are things that actually are humorous. This is not one of them. This is not humorous to me because although these individuals have already been turned into the FBI, there's already an open case on them. And the local police, along with the local police where they're located, they've already been made aware. They've seen the video. They know what this is about. These people even supposedly backtracked and took the warrant away and made it something else, and I don't even give a damn what they did. But what they actually were able to do was conspire with one another to begin with, to try to do something that would make people think that there was some kind of terrible arrest warrant out for me, because they couldn't find anything else against me, and they wanted to shut me up somehow. So the first thing they do is this, and they conspire amongst one another. But now they've allowed other people to conspire. So you see, this is like turning into this great big conspiracy. Because if you take a look, Now April LaJune is promoting the murder for hire hit. Yeah, let's take a look. Good old April, huh? Exposing the deep state shill's attempted murder plot uncovered. In which anybody who goes in and watches this video that's been provided to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the IC3 unit, and the police departments that I am aware of in terms of where she could potentially be located, she talks about this supposed attempted murder plot that I am heading up. She talks about this arrest warrant and she promotes it. And as a matter of fact, if you take a look down into her actual, let's see if I can do it this direction, into her actual comments here, you'll see things like people making the statement, I reported her page. Don't believe anybody can spew BS about people without even backing any of it up with proof of any sort, which is a big lie, by the way, because you guys know that I back everything up with verifiable links. But this person doesn't care. She's so incited with hate, which is what April does. She incites her group of individuals with hate. And the fact that I called her out for the con artist that she is made her so angry that instead of thinking clearly and saying, you know what, this might look really like a conspiracy. This may not be the best decision for me to make. It may not be a good idea for me to put this video out there proclaiming without any proof and not stating for any real reason that this person is wanted for attempted murder. Bogus and false warrant put out there by people pretending to be government officials for the purpose of reading a Southern Poverty Law Center article about another party. I was reading it about Anna Von Reitz. But this John Harold Folks, who I had no idea who he even was, is the one who decided to do this. Because you see, they're all linked. They're all friends. They all know about one another. You want to talk about a conspiracy? Let's talk about the conspiracy in the sovereign citizen movement, shall we? Let's talk about that these people have effectively, with this group, put out a hit on my life that's being openly promoted online by April LaJune. Think about that for a minute. Think about where we are at. We're at a point where the very people who call themselves patriots care so little about the freedom of speech that they can smear the First Amendment of the Constitution that they so proudly talk about. They can smear it all over the place by claiming that I read an article and they didn't like a word in that article. Whether I made the word up or whether somebody else made the word up, it doesn't matter. The very fact that it came out of my mouth while reading the article is enough to warrant an attempted murder charge. And they're asking anyone and everyone who could possibly use deadly force to do so. And then April's promoting it openly on her show. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think of that. Is this something that should be allowed? Look at this heading. She openly calls me an attempted murderer. An attempted murderer for reading a Southern Poverty Law Center article. And she's collecting donations while doing this. What do you think the FBI had to say about this? Collecting donations while promoting a murder for hire. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.